Hello, my beautiful friend Jeanne Street here, and welcome to my vacation house. Actually, we're packing up to leave tomorrow. I wanted to come and do this video today, this recording for Angels Don't Lie, because I wanted to talk about, while it's fresh in here, the time that it takes for a dream to come into fulfillment. And, I was talking to my team about, I'm working on this new book, and I've had some challenges internally with the dialogue that I've been showing up to myself with, which has not felt really great. But what I thought I would share with you is this essence that we have, this truth that we have to share our light with others, and to go about that in a way that is authentic and real and true for us. It starts in an unseemingly familiar place.
When she smiles at you, she'll say, angels don't lie. Angels don't lie. Angels don't lie. No, no, angels don't lie. Angels don't lie. No, no.
So I wanted to take you back in time. Back in time to 2010. In 2010, I was a business owner. I had a beautiful shoe boutique in downtown New Milford. And this shoe boutique had high-end, gorgeous shoes. And I worked really hard to maintain this status of, Sassy Shoe, of providing my clients with the most beautiful things that I could possibly find. And I opened during the time, I don't know if you guys remember this at all, but in 2008, the economy crashed. We had a big low, people lost their jobs, people were struggling. And so I had opened right then, right before it all happened. So this initial, shoes that I bought, the initial inventory that I had, there's the word I wanted, the initial inventory that I had, it didn't really move. And so I was always playing catch up, with trying to please the customers that I had, with having new product coming in, even though I had, $30,000 worth of shoes, they were the same shoes that I had already seen. So blah, 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 blah. I've told this story before, but what was relevant in 2010 was I was coming to a place in my body that it wasn't feeling good to continue going. I wasn't feeling positive about my decision making. I wasn't standing in my truth. I was making decisions based on fear, and I knew it. I made a conscious decision at the time to open this new credit card, to purchase more shoes, because I was like, you know what, they need more shoes. I would list off my clients. I knew who they were, and I wanted them to have, these beautiful new shoes, this new line, of more affordable. And so I made this decision to go against myself and take out another credit card. And I remember thinking, I am going to put us in debt. And I didn't say those words to my husband, but I would joke about it to myself. And so anyways, 2010 goes on, and this debt doesn't feel good. And the shoes, yeah, they sell, they don't sell. It's not really the thing that's happening. What's happening inside of me is I am feeling less and less anchored in the store anymore. I'm feeling less and less secure in my decision to continue on no matter what, because now it just feels like I'm forcing, and almost like I'm faking it. Like it doesn't feel like it's mine anymore. So I have this thought, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And I feel it in my body, but I'm resisting. And it's interesting, when we resist, we fight against ourselves. We do things that maybe quiet it down. We try to tell ourselves things that, like, this is fine, and talk ourselves into continuing on. So anyways, in 2010, the year ends and we go through Christmas and we start the new year, 2011. And every year, my husband and I have been going away for couple of weeks, and then it's turned into several weeks now. 6 weeks we've been going away now lately, but back then it was probably about 2 weeks. So every January we'd leave, go away for those 2 weeks and decompress. He runs his own business. I had my own business. We have a large family. So this was our time to group together, husband and wife. And so while we were away, I said to myself, I'm going to lean into these feelings that I'm having, these nudges that I'm having. I'm going to really talk to God while I'm away. I'm going to pray. And so I got here and I started to float in the ocean. And there's something about the waters here in Turks and Caicos. I've heard other people say it too. It's very healing and therapeutic. I had a lot of anxiety, and every year we would come, that anxiety would dissipate. So I knew that this time floating could provide me with a peace and a semblance of calm that I knew that I couldn't get to on my own. And that's exactly what I did. So I started floating and I'm hanging out in the ocean and I'm just talking to God, and I'm seeing God, I'm seeing the clouds, and I'm feeling his energy. And I hear him say, like, you can't make a wrong decision. I hear him say, like, it's okay if you want to let go. If you want to let go of that store, you're not failing. And I was like, wait, what? I'm not failing if I don't continue on. If I make a decision, I'm safe. And over and over and over again, I was feeling so held and so nurtured and so loved that I was like, okay. And he was telling me that there was more to come. There was good news coming. And I was like, well, that's positive, right? If we have something to look forward to, we can do some hard things. So I was completely at peace with a decision that I felt like I came to with God on my own, without the outside world telling me what to do. And I came back in and lo and behold, I closed the store, and you know that. But I tell you this story because had I not listened to the nudge and started floating and talked to God and let go of my internal struggle, which many of you have trauma, and you have worry, and you have angst. And when we hold on tight within, it clogs us. It stops us from growth and experiencing the new. Had I not released that and felt it just dissipate, I wouldn't have written my first book. I wouldn't have stepped into the newness of trusting my gifts, of allowing others to know that I could talk to departed loved ones. I couldn't have gotten there if I first didn't surrender. So this is the yumminess that started the God issue. This whole movement of, let me listen to those nudges. Let me follow something bigger than me. Let me lean into source energy. And this will provide miracle. So it's, how many years later? That was in 2011, and now it's 2022, right? All this time has gone by, and this miracle of my new business, I'll call it my new business, but it's not new. It's 11 years old, has evolved from that, has gone places I never would have expected. I never would have expected to write another book, to have 2 books, to be working on a 3rd book. I just couldn't. Or to be running classes and speaking and doing all of the beautiful things that God keeps bringing into my life to serve and support and to help you be the best that you can be, and to navigate the really sticky, hard stuff of what happens in our life when we lose someone or lose the semblance of who we are. So here we are, this interesting time that we're in. The world is a hot mess, and we're sending all of our love to the Ukraine, and we're praying for peace. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is we can hold that peace. And if we are peace, if we become the calm, if we become that calm, well, then the world will open up for us, and it will send a signal out for others to feel that peace, for others to calm down, for miracles to happen. Miracles can happen. So as I'm writing this new book, I'm going through my first book, The Goddess You Principles. The Goddess You Principles, 12 principles for living in your soul alignment. I'm utilizing these principles in a whole new way, which is really fantastic. I'm stepping into more self-love. I'm stepping into another level of, changing my reactions, of really being healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I'm really excited about it because whenever we start a new project, we all have our inner Shmigo, and that Shmigo guy wants us to be the less than version of ourselves. He wants us to have all of the yuckiness, wants to bring back all of the feelings of inferiority and insecurities and unworthiness. And that's exactly where I was. And I started to just pour it into the ocean again. I started to use the tools again. And I started to say, like, that's the lie. That's the lie that held me for so long. And once I released it, the world opened up slowly, piece by piece, step by step. It started opening. And that's what I'm going to do as I'm continuing to write this new book. I understand, like, I have to do this. I have to pour myself into the principles. I have to look past Shmigo. I have to look for the semblance of love, which is all around me. And even though the world is showing up in this angst, in this terror, in this dark, we can be the light. And that is my choice, to be the light, to pray, to call God, to insert love into the darkness. Because where there is love, evil cannot prevail. So we must take our energy and secure it in God's arms, and secure it in the source energy that we believe in, to carry that through, to send that signal out into the world. You're more powerful than you believe. You're more powerful than you believe. If you are looking for a little yummy support, my team and I have a couple of things going on, and I'd love to invite you to them. One is we're doing a book study for The Goddess You. It's complimentary. All you need is your copy of The Goddess You, and it begins very soon. I think it begins on Monday. But anyways, we'll put the link in, because even if it starts and you are watching this and you're late to it, you can still join in. I know this is going to be a profound experience. So no matter where you are, even if you've read the book before, you're going to find some newness, because that's what happens when we start pouring ourselves back into our practice. We find the new, we find the yummy details, exactly what we need. You're going to find it. I know, trust me. And the other really beautiful thing that I have worked with my team to build is this beautiful pathway for you to receive some great classes with an amazing discount. And the first class is called my Angel Mediumship Third Eye class. So I take you through the beginning of my God-based method for working with your gift, because we all have innate abilities. We all have, I'll call that a psychic connection, to really see past the here and now, to connect with the divine, to connect with love. And so this is an absolutely free experience. It's 6 videos, super lovely. I know you're going to love it. And then you're going to get some emails that are going to support you. And then you're going to get a discount code for the next class, which is my Empath and Sensitive Soul Masterclass. That masterclass is the perfect thing for anyone who is sensitive to energy, for anyone who has empath abilities, for anyone who feels all of what's going on in the world in their body and they don't know what to do with it. This class will totally help you to regain your energy, to renew it, and to stand confidently in your place here on earth while serving. It's a beautiful, beautiful class and almost like a prelude to my Angel Healer digital training, which will be the next code that you get. You will get this next offer for a discounted version of that, which it's not shown up any other place. We really wanted more people to be able to experience it from all over the world because it's a profound training. Again, it's my God-based method for really opening up your healing abilities. We all have healing abilities, especially if you're an empath or sensitive soul. This class will take you through the roof on how to use that gift in a safe manner, and it's really beautiful. So I don't want to give too much away, but we'll put the details again below so you can grab it if it's something that lights you up. You know, we just have all the beautiful things that we want to have fill you and help you to raise your vibration, because it's so important right now that we come to the table pure and bright and in that calm energy and in love. And if we're not doing that, then we're adding to the mix. So I've got those resources for you for that reason. And I really do hope they serve you. And just remember, you have this big dream you've been working on, give it time. Don't worry, everything is coming in this beautiful divine timing. Keep listening to those nudges. You've got this. I hope you have a really beautiful day. God bless you.